Hello guys, welcome to Simchimba Poultry Farm. My name is Steven, a passionate poultry farmer. I love poultry farming because I'm very passionate. I don't know how I can explain it, but I'm so passionate about poultry farming. So today, if you are new to this channel, you are welcome, and make sure you subscribe and make sure you stay alert. You click on the notification button so that you don't miss any video that we upload here, because any video that we upload here is so educative about poultry farming, specifically on broilers. So today I want to talk about how do somebody start a poultry farm. Okay, there's a lot of people who ask me, how do I start a poultry farm? But the way they ask me the information, it's not the way every poultry farmer should ask. Okay, I'll clarify on that. If you want to start poultry farming, don't ask how much it will cost you. Don't ask how many bags of feed am I going to get. So the first information you need to ask, how do I raise a healthy broiler chicken that I can sell at a good price at the market? Because if you ask me how many bags am I going to feed my birds, and you don't have any information how you can take care of your birds, how you prepare your loom, how you do your brooding, then you produce a bird which is stunt, and then you find like it can't sell at the market. So first question, okay, maybe it's because they don't really understand what is really there. They think it's just starting, but the information, the first thing that you need to ask when you want to start a business, not just poultry business, but even any other businesses, you need to ask the information. For example, if you're starting a grocery, you ask, where do I order, and how much does it do I sell, and where is the market which is best for me to sell this and this and that. So with poultry farming, poultry farming business is a sensitive business, because you are dealing with birds, and you need to, sometimes you become emotional according to the way your birds are behaving. Sometimes you find your birds are not performing well, then you become emotional. It's different with these other businesses. This business of livestock business it involves emotional stuff, because sometimes you find your birds are sick, you feel emotionally, you have pain, you understand. So number one, you ask the information for you to start a poultry farm. So I'll start with first, like I always do. Also on the other videos I've mentioned this. Number one, of course, the loom. You need to have loom which is good enough ventilation. Okay, ventilation is very important, because you need fresh air in the room coming in, bad air going out. Okay, so the information you need first, number one information, biosecurity. Clean your poultry loom, clean your feeders, clean your drinkers, disinfect your loom. That's number one. That loom needs to be clean. Then number two, so cleaning the room, which means you find out what are the disinfectant I need to use on the poultry for the room to be okay. Then second, you go to brooding. It's first you clean up the room before you go to brooding, because brooding is number one. It's the biggest thing that you need. This is where you need to put all your energy and need to spend a lot of time on acquiring this information about brooding, because brooding is where now you determine how big your bird is going to grow. When you take care of your bird very well during the time of brooding, you're going to have a very, very successful batch. Okay, so when we talk about brooding, of course we are talking about temperature control, talking about how good is the water you're providing for the birds. Okay, secondly, we talk about how clean is your environment. We talked about biosecurity already, ventilation already. So now brooding, of course we know brooding is the provision of giving the birds a warm environment that they need according to the temperature that you need to give them from day 1 to up to day 21. That is if it's in cold season. But when it's summertime, you just do maybe a week. You do brooding for a week. When we talk about brooding, we are talking about providing heat for the birds. Then you provide heat for the birds, which is enough for them to survive, because they don't have a mother hen to hold on them for them to have enough warmth for which they need. So you provide for them. Okay, so you provide heat for them, which is enough. you make sure you control the temperature, because if you don't control the temperature, I have more information on how you control your temperature in the poultry room. So I won't go much further because I already have the video explaining about that. So you need to know about how do I brood my beds for me to have a good batch. You have that, okay? Then secondly, I've talked about biosecurity because it's number one. I also have more information on the same topic on the other videos that I have. Then second thing, vaccine. How do I vaccinate my beds? I just previously uploaded the video about how you vaccinate your beds, how you measure your water for vaccinating your beds. You can watch that and be sure on how you can vaccinate your beds, okay? Secondly, when we talk about feed, we are involving water as well. You need to provide clean water for the beds all the time. This is what you need every time. Make sure you provide clean water for the beds. Clean water, not chlorinated water. So when we talk about feed, we are involving water and feed. So clean water. Then when you are giving, of course I've explained already how you handle your deer old chicks on the other videos. You can watch them so that you know how you go about that. Then second thing, let me talk more on the feed, because I've never made a video about feed. I've just made a video on these other things, but I've never paid a lot of attention on feed. Number one, feed. Please choose a specific supplier of feed that you know is best, that people are always recommending you to go for. These other feeds which are coming, they are still just being tested, but there's some other feed that is already there in the market and it's doing very much okay. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure you like the information I'm sharing and you like how it's going. So make sure you like this video so that even others can also have access to this information. When you like the video, it can be suggested to other poultry farmers as well, so that they can have the information you are having for them to produce a good batch. So feed, choose a supplier that you know has stayed there. The people will always recommend to you and say this is the best feed you can have. Then there are new feeds which are in the market, which these guys are still researching on that feed. So they get the feedbacks from the consumers who are giving their beds. Oh, this feed, no, those complaints, they take note. But there's these feed suppliers. They've been there in the market for a long time and they've already tested their feed and it's perfect and it works perfect. And as in for me, it's just that I'm not advertising for any company about which feed is okay and which feed is not okay. That's why I can't mention any brand here, unless if I was paid for that. I can mention the brand which is good. Then feed, number one. Then when we talk about feed, we're also talking about the antibiotics, the medication you are going to use, okay? It's also feed because they are eating that, it's going into their body. So that's it, guys. Feed, water, these are most important, and the other things that I've already mentioned, because poultry farming is, for it to become easy for you, it's better you find out the full information, because there are poultry farmers out there, they are getting the wrong information. Then when they start this poultry business, the business doesn't go well, doesn't grow, then they just stop, then they go into a loss, which is not good. It's not good at all. So you need first information to make sure that you have the full information you need. So what I can say is that first, start up with the basics, and then the most important thing I can mention to you that you can venture all your energy on, the information you need a lot, is brooding, the control of temperature, the body language of the beds. I already have the videos there. Body language of the beds, temperature control, I already have them. So if you are just new to this channel, you are welcome, and make sure you go through all my videos. You will find information that you need for you to grow a successful poultry business. So this one, I just want to clarify on these other things so that at least you can have a clear informative information for you to start your poultry farm. this is how you can start your poultry farm. These are the basics I've given you. Then later on, you can watch the other videos that I have more information about poultry farming. And number one thing you should know, I'm not just a theory guy. I do this thing practically. I have beds here. I do everything that I'm telling you is what I do here. I have also 7 poultry loos you need to follow. Then you can watch that, you can know which loos you need to follow about poultry farming. So guys, this information, I know you've enjoyed it and you are going to use it essentially. So make sure you like the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, so that you can have the information all the time when I upload the information. Then click on the notification button so that when I upload a video, you are able to receive it first. Thank you for watching, and make sure you keep on watching so that you learn more about poultry farming, so that you have all the information. When you are venturing into that business, you have no problem with it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.